What's up, everybody, and welcome to the show. This podcast episode is brought to you by IBOW Training. As you know, we talk about training pretty frequently here on the show, and the IBOW has some amazing people that they work with in their network. Are you a designer, rapper, sign maker, or beyond? If you want to invest in your creativity for the future, IBOW Training is the right choice. IBOW is the nation's first training organization to offer training in all aspects of the rap industry, from quoting, design, printing, production, and installation. They offer a variety of training options such as training at your shop, group training classes nationwide, and even private design and print profile training through remote login. With trainers nationwide, IBOW offers support day and night by phone, and many of their trainers are within a day's reach for emergencies. IBOW is growing and will continue to support the industry in a positive manner. For more information, please visit ibowtraining.com. We are also brought to you by We Print Wraps. We Print Wraps is the industry's #1 source for wholesale printed wraps. How easy is it to order wraps? Well, all you have to do is sell the job. Go to weprinkwraps.com, choose your desired film for the installation, upload your design, and if you're not a designer, no problem. They can design one for you and get your wraps delivered right to your door. They offer free nationwide shipping all across the US and Canada on all orders over $500. And for exclusive listeners of the All Wrapped Up podcast, you can get 5% promo code when you type in the word All Wrapped Up at checkout to save on your next order today. Less risk, no overhead, wholesale printing. See why the industry pros love them. To get more information, visit weprinkwraps.com. Okay, folks, we're celebrating episode 100. Can you believe it? Our guest today was a graffiti artist and stayed true to the old school way of hand drawing. At a young age, to stay out of trouble, he channeled his art into the industry by way of sign carving. We recorded this one live on site, and we've got a lot of great little bits of information for those looking to bid on fleet accounts and so much more. Please give it up for my good friend, the great and powerful Keith Ronan. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to All Wrapped Up podcast. We'll be interviewing industry-leading rap companies to share tips, tricks, stories, and more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, episode 100 at Rap Solutions with Keith Ronan. What's going on, Keith?
What's up, brother Jeff?
Nothing much, bro. Nothing much. Thanks for doing this with me here today.
Yeah, man, this is a pleasure. Year 10, we've known each other a long time. It's pretty gratifying to be doing this with you.
It's unbelievable, dude. I could not, thinking back all these years, you know, even when I had my shop, helping you out, helping each other out, networking, that's really what it's all about in this industry. And you just never know, coming back full circle, what can happen years later.
For sure. I mean, you went to art school. I was taught by some of the best teachers that I could ever have. And we put each other together, 8 years ago. We had that instant synergy. I remember you posting, you were big on the technology back then. I had no idea. I've never had Facebook or any of that. And I remember you posted something about that Gerber machine you had.
Yep.
I think it was a late night.
Yep. It was the Roland, old Roland.
And I was before that. It was before the Roland, man. It was a cutter.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It was a cutter, and you were like late nights figuring it out. You're the type of guy, remind me a lot of myself. It's trained by pain, and a lot of people don't realize that. They look at success and they think that, it's a straight line and it's a quote, and I look at it like anything that you're doing that is gratifying to yourself is success, and this industry and what we do, whether it's a painting, a carving, the vinyl industry, the information age, all the technology in the printing world today, it's just gratifying stuff because what you see is what you like and you feel that,
Right.
We gel like no other. Even when we're installing, our freestyling, everything we do, it's efficient. it's because we love doing it, and that extra step, it's I couldn't be happier to have you on board here, bro.
Oh, likewise, dude.
Couldn't
Likewise. This is just
Awesome.
amazing. I talk about this a lot on the show. It's all about your environment, all about kind of like the people you work with and how you mesh well. And we've got that synergy, sitting in the shop, in the garage with either, old school rap, playing, or some house music or whatever. And it's, and I always say it's one of those unspoken things when you rap. When you're doing something, I come up behind you, I trim it. We don't even talk. We just kind of just flow and mesh together and stay out of each other's way. You know what I mean? And it's just good feeling.
I say this all the time, like, to people, it's something I believe in. It's a core value. When you're a true professional, you do make things look easy, and I knew when we were at the level, we got paid to do it. We get paid to do it well. We do a great job here at Rap Solutions. Everybody here is a true professional. They make their jobs look easy because when people come in on the outside, they look at the show here because It is showtime, and everyone thinks this is such a great place to work, which it is, but people work very hard here.
For sure.
And a pass is always better than the goal.
Yeah.
I really believe that, You got guys making great plays here and a great passing game, like you said. If you're making a cut on my end or you're pulling something, just that one stroke, that one bit, picking up the paper, behind you, throwing it in the barrel. The flow is just nonstop, and we're both clean people. We're both neurotic people about being neat. That's hard. That's very important and hard to find in people,
Oh, for sure.
It's just, how it is. You walk in some shops. I didn't really do a lot of research on a lot of shops. I'm not the type of guy to even look at my competition. I look forward. I just worry about what we're doing right here in our house,
Yeah.
And I know your experience talking to all the shops out there. By the way, much respect to everybody out there in the industry. It's a great industry to be in, and everybody out there, you can understand that when you do start installing, you do it alone, right? I mean, and it is a mental game of mental toughness, and it can be extremely lonely.
Yeah.
So you figure things out, you figure ways out, because you just can't pay another guy what you're getting for an install and pay the bills at home until you get more clientele or figure out a way. It's just, it's really, really difficult, right?
Yeah.
And you got to figure out the industry, the demographics, and who's giving you the work, whether it's nationwide work or if it's, $1 out of 15-cent job, or sometimes you can kill it. It's just the ups and downs are very tumultuous in the industry, and I think everybody would agree to that,
Oh, for sure. And you know that firsthand. You go back old school, working from home. You built a shop from your basement and then moved up to like a garage for your installs. You've been there from the get-go before you even built this empire here.
I put my house up on the line. I flushed out my 401k. I borrowed money, and I did nothing but, it was a hope and a prayer, hard work, and I did it as long as I could. I mean, when I spent, my first bay was $1,500 a month, and that was like, it was borderline suicide. I almost lost my house over it, but it was all I had at the time. It was all I could do. I was lucky enough to team up with Jill and Emily, and they certainly took some skin on in the game here, and I'm glad I did it, man. I met you early on. I'll never forget the day you called me on that roll of 3M film. Okay. Like, sure, I'm like, you what? You're rapping? Dude, what are we doing? Let's rap,
It's just insane how we met. I had won a roll of film, a 3M film, some way, somehow. I forget how I won it. And I walked in the Fellers, spoke to Scott, the guy that works at the Fellers distribution center, and he's like, hey, you're looking to get rid of that film, go see Rap Solutions. They're buying a lot of this film. They're local here. Stop in. And that's how we met. It's funny how ironic we met. And then ever since that day, it's been,
It's great. You had an edge, man, to technology and definitely the industry as you're doing right now. I mean, what you're doing in the industry, nobody's doing. People need it. People need to hear it. It's industry wide. I mean, we're working right now throughout the United States. I don't know. We're probably doing 4 or 5 installs a week in the United States. And we've got to know a lot of shops out there demographically. And the podcast is great. And these guys out here, everybody's working their asses off. Everybody's, thank God, they're busy.
Right.
But you get to standard pricing, and everybody understands what installs cost, and printing. If you're going to take that risk on and get into that game, you understand the risks there. Because setting up a wrap shop, I think it's really hard to be a sign shop and a wrap shop,
Absolutely.
Unless demographically you can be, I started out in the sign business, and I painted. And lettered and laid out by hand, and whether it was an ellipse and 2 thumbtacks and a string line, that's how I was taught, It was 5-quarter pine at the time, select wood, and we glued it and sanded it, and that's how it started. And when I learned how to size and gild and outline signs, I fell in love with it because of the gratification. I really, really loved seeing the result of making a sign,
How
work with your hands,
How old were you when you first picked up a brush?
I actually picked up a chisel before I picked up a brush, believe it or not. Yeah. A Swiss-made chisel.
Jesus.
Everything from gouges to straight chisels and butts knives, everything that I learned how to sharpen the tools with Keith Gaffney out of Gaffney Signs in Woburn. He taught me everything. He really did. He gave me a key to his shop when I was 15 years old.
Wow.
And he basically just said, make sure the door's locked when you leave.
Wow.
That's the type of guy he was, He's still around, and I wouldn't be here today without him. There's none of this would be here without him. None of it.
That's incredible.
Yeah, he was one hell of a teacher. Guy was as fucking humble as you get, and it was truly something I needed in my life for sure at the time. I was in 10th grade. I was a graffiti artist, and I was all over the map. And then I got some good advice. Maybe I should channel the painting outside and all the mural work to
get you out of trouble type of thing.
Get you out of trouble a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hate to say that. I looked at it like it was art. It wasn't defacing anything, and then obviously Banksy does too. But I had a channel and I wanted to make money. I definitely was incentivized by, hey, I can make a sign here. I can figure this out. I could learn. And then I basically gave up my social life in high school. I fell in love with making signs. Wow. I made signs for everybody I could make them for. I wasn't like a party animal or a drinker. If I was going to do it, I'd have the parties.
Right.
Because I knew, hey, I could make some money. I could go buy the kegs. Now I could sell the cups. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
It wasn't like...
Always trying to make a dime.
Damn, I was like... That's the way I was. Anyone that knows me in high school knew, I was at that shop.
Yeah.
That's where I was. My studies in high school, I was at the carpentry shop. And my principal got me all my studies cleared so I could be in the industrial arts lab, It was just passion, and I fell in love with it. I ended up going to college at Wentworth in Boston and studied construction management and got involved with engineering and civil engineering after professionally and made signs still. Put myself through college making signs. I kept making them. It was a good revenue generator for me.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Got to work hard, but I loved doing it. I was working with my hands. Then when I got through college and construction, I found that my true passion was still here. And with the age of the evolution of the printer,
right,
I was really curious on what you could do with this whole printing thing, and I was reading the Raps mag. It was Signs of the Times.
Yeah.
Still, magazine was great. It was like, how much are these things? What goes into this? And oh, Jesus Christ, a laminator? I was fucking scared of a laminator, I knew what a laminator. You mean you got to laminate all this shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
frog juice. Frog juice,
yeah. I just didn't. I was like, this is too much. There's no fucking way. I'm going to stick with the prime and painting.
Old school.
carving. Yeah, I'm like,
That will never get old.
it's just that traditional feel. I was scared shitless of the digital.
Oh, for sure.
And like you, I would have needed a guy like you because I'm not an Illustrator guy. I mean, I had that Flexi software sign shit that I mean, when I lost a path, I lost a path. There was no coming back to closing a loop for me. Click on a fucking object or a vector or this, that, the other fucking thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Done deal.
Done deal. The fucking shit. A nice circle went to like a V. And the V came back. I'm like, holy shit.
Because you missed the point.
I missed more than a point, man. That point fucking took me 3 fucking weeks to close. Add a point, add a path. I'm like, edit this.
Yup.
Oh, man. The biggest fear in my life was looking at one of those fucking vector lines, like click on it.
Yep.
Oh, my.
Forget the weld one.
All that shit. The layers.
Yep.
Get away from those things are scary.
Yep.
That stuff was scary to me, man.
Oh, my God.
So when I started seeing Illustrator, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this.
You never embraced it, though. Like, you never embraced, like,
learning
the computer part of the design.
I respected it. I didn't embrace it because I knew it was going to take me a fuckload of time to do it. And when people are going to college to do it, and to do it well, and I wanted to do it well, I just didn't want to do it and say, fucking, I know Illustrator. You know, if I'm going to know Illustrator, I'm going to fucking know it. You know, I'm going to fuck the shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. It ain't going to be like, hey, I know Illustrator and it's all fucked up. You know what I mean? I see some fucked up designs out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
we both have. Yeah, for sure.
Photoshop fucked everybody with all that shit. You know what I mean?
Because
all the backgrounds and all the busyness took away from the traditional look, and the traditional stuff really works.
Right. And that's something that you keep true even till now, today. Right now, today, as we're printing, everything is still vectorized. Everything's still profiled in Illustrator. There's not a lot of fluff in Photoshop. And Dan Antonelli really humbles all that in, you know, with the whole vector thing and keeping it simple. No, like, outer glows. I mean, there's a time and place for that, but you do not do that on any of your vehicle wraps.
I'm not a huge fan of the effects.
Right.
No. When it comes to composition.
Right.
I'm a traditional sign guy.
Right.
Branded on this feel. 2-color, just like Danny.
Yeah.
Danny gets it. I think Danny was a sign guy, right?
Yeah.
He was a sign guy,
Sign painter, yeah.
You look at any traditional signs. Like, I have this book.
I think I've seen it roaming around. Yep.
This book right here is by Ed Rushka, and this is a sign painter's book.
Yep.
And what you have here are the sign writer fonts in a 3-inch letter. It's visible from 150 feet away, for Christ's sake. Right.
I mean, that's a 1-inch letter, and I'm about, what, 10 feet, 15 feet from you?
It looks clean. Look at the design.
Yeah.
No dumping. Warning. Fucking well done.
That's it. Simple.
Right? Today, let's put an effect on it and a fucking this and that. You can't read it anymore, but it looks cool.
Right.
So
it's a cool factor now.
So everybody says, holy shit, it looks cool, but they have no fucking idea what just drove by them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always tell my clients, I'm like, do you want to look fucking cool? No one's going to know what the hell. Let's make a vehicle wrap look like a business mailer.
Right.
Not a good idea.
Right.
Not a good idea, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Some of the best designs ever made in the whole entire world, right? Look at the sign writer fonts.
Are just the cleanest
They're just
designs.
Clean, couple colors, right?
Right.
Great colors. Great. Look at that.
I love when they used to use the fade. Paint the fade.
Yep.
Oh.
Look at the traditional tattoo signs.
That's insane.
Huh? I love this too. Olympia Knitting Mills.
Yes.
Black with white bold letter.
That's it.
Right? Standard block.
Yep.
It just works. Any of the highway signs, there's a reason why. Highway signs, that standard block letter works very well.
Right.
Just does. It's simple. What makes you different? I think what makes people different is their colors.
For sure.
Right? How they present their brand.
Yep.
How they group their brand with a badge.
Right.
Right? Traditionally, you stay away from script letters, right? Because they're hard to read. Of course, my
is a script.
It's all script, right? Yeah, you just had to have it, you know.
That's it.
I was competing with wrap sandwiches, I think, at the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically how, like, this stuff right here, Jeff's great, though. When you look at this.
Oh, God, yes.
Layout. I mean, how can you not respect that? When you get back into, like, Illustrator conversations and like actual composition and layout by hand.
Yep.
I mean, Eldo, Emily, yourself, Chris, guys are great designers. You guys get it. I'm more on this level, but I can understand when you guys are on your screen, sometimes Illustrator, from what I've seen, won't adjust kerning.
Yes.
You have to get in. You have to like move the letters. And you guys as a rule, see, I'm from the school of taking like a Helvetica letter and make it like an a la Keith.
Okay.
So a Helvetica letter or a standard block letter, I can put a serif on it. I can increase the space between the letters by drawing it. I can look at the negative space. If you have a W on one side and like an A on the other, Illustrator wants to justify it. You can go left, right, or center, right?
Right.
Well, in the real world, I look at negative space. The computer programs and the way these guys, the designers, are trained, they want to do what they know and what they've learned.
Right.
I want to I want to push the envelope of seeing negative space.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference. You understand? When you have to adjust a letter, it might not be completely balanced.
Right.
I mean, it might on the screen, it may be balanced.
Right.
Okay. But when you actually look at it, it doesn't look balanced. You got to move it a little to the right because of the weight of a letter, and the weight of space.
See, that's something that people don't take into consideration.
They never do that.
No.
They gonna you
write it out on the computer and you leave it.
You leave it. I'm like, guys, that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Well, it's right. Look, Keith, it's right. It's justified. Move it a little to the right a little. You'll see you're going to see the space around it. It's going to look a little bit better. Lettering like people's logos.
Right.
Don't touch a fucking logo.
Right.
Right? It's their fucking logo.
Right.
Don't touch a font. You cannot condense a font. We have to do everything in proportions. Sometimes a font can be squished or expanded, and it can look better. You can condense things. It's okay. You can expand things. You can't distort things, okay? There's a difference.
Yeah, right.
But condensing a letter and expanding spacing helps. That's why fonts are condensed. That's why fonts are expanded.
Right.
But you can take a nice standard block letter or Helvetica letter, okay, and do that in your design, in your composition. That can be a lot different. You can add that value there just by composition, by changing some of the composition, pushing the envelopes from a designer standpoint. That's very hard to do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. 100%. You know what you know, and you stay in your lane, and this is the way it's done. And look, I think a lot of that comes from your background of hand painting. You see things a lot differently than a designer that is only known what they know on the computer and how to use Illustrator. Like you said, looking at negative space. I don't really look at negative space. I'm not going to lie. I throw out the font. If something looks a little weird where the spacing between a W and an A is too far out, because sometimes with the font, you get the kerning's different.
Right.
You just bring it in 1 or 2 clicks. That's it. And it's just that little change that maybe someone like yourself would be like, he did something there.
Right.
That's not normal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And that's a little difference that you make, you know?
Pushing the envelopes of the elements, the components inside just specific fonts in the designs, that does, I believe that can make or break a design because it just shows experience, you know.
Sure.
Photoshop, I think it's great. It has its purposes. The mindset around the technology is absolutely mind-blowing to me for what you can do with Illustrator.
Right.
And making it look, or even vectorizing an image. That is just how that does that. I would love to go over to Waltham into Adobe and take the tour, if we could ever, to meet some of those designers to see what the new stuff they're working on.
Yeah.
Because the skill set of even using the tablet
for sure
of some of these designers, and looking at some of this, everybody's seen this artwork online. People jack stuff all the time. They use it. Yeah. Well, somebody had to make it.
Right.
You know, and looking at, I remember we did a piece for a company, an aqua water type design. And this artwork was vector. It was water.
Wow.
Okay. From 6 inches away, I couldn't tell. 6 inches.
If it was a photograph?
Or vector.
Wow.
Yeah. I can show you the sample, and you're going to be absolutely blown away how, the technology works. I love the vector artwork, though. I really do. The bold stuff, some of the stuff these guys do, clicking on things with drop shadows and outlines, that took a fucking day.
For sure.
When you were hand painting that shit.
Oh, yeah.
A day to do a fucking outline and a drop shadow.
Yeah.
Waiting for shit to dry.
Right.
Adding Japan dryer to your paint.
Oh, Jesus.
Thinning your paint. Making sure your brushes are fucking good, especially if you had a moist, damp day or a dry day. The moisture content in the air. The shop didn't have fucking AC.
Right.
We had 3 fucking fans, and we needed to be dust free.
Yeah.
How the fuck are we going to do that? We were painting signs downstairs in the basement, waiting for them to dry, bringing them up.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. They came out so good. But you have the techniques. You're screening everything. Yep. When we would paint, all these guys, one-shot sign paints as enamel, fucking the balls. Yep. Right? Stuff was the balls.
Well, you got Ronan, too. Right?
Ronan.
No pun intended.
Yeah, no shit. I was a one-shot guy. And just like when we did like graffiti and paint and stuff, we'd go to Charette.
Yeah.
The art store. You've been down there, right?
Yep.
Too bad they
Old
closed.
School. They closed it down, yeah.
Who didn't like the art store?
Oh, I love Adventures.
Fucking the art store and the music store were the 2 best places in the fucking world. I don't know what anyone else thinks out there. But if you're not fucking bobbing your head right now, cut the shit. Nothing was more inspiring. I swear to God, I got $10 for my birthday. I was going to the fucking music store.
Yeah. Buy a couple of CDs.
Even when the singles came out, that was fucking good because they were only $1 or $2. You know what I mean?
Right. You get 2 or 3 songs. You play those 2 or 3 songs to fucking. Oh my God.
Tape would go to fucking. I'd have everything would be mint, man. You were buying it. It was yours. That Appetite for Destruction came off of Guns N' Roses, man. That was fucking ill, huh? God, that summer was nuts. Sweet Child O' Mine, Paradise City. You guys all know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're fucking nuts.
You're old school. You're if anybody knows you, they all know you're a Pink Floyd.
Oh, man.
All the way.
All the way, man. That Comfortably Numb, I'm going to say right now, I'm going to go on the record, the best rock and roll song of all time.
For sure.
No question about it.
I agree.
The best all-time song. Those guys transformed from that space age technotronic 1960s spacey fucking feel to rock and roll to a blend of soft rock in one album. Everything they did, all their composition, all their design work, they had artists working with them, the movie they made, the creative behind their music was genius. Nobody's ever done it. Nobody's ever will do it. I can't think of a band that's done what they've done.
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
Think about it. The artwork. Even these Australian Pink Floyd, Brit Floyd.
Right.
They're touring the world. 2 bands are touring the world copying.
Right.
What Pink Floyd did.
Making money.
It's
crazy.
There's nothing original.
No.
With their work. They're just copying it.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to hear it still because of that sound.
That's it. It's almost like that other cat that just came on, the lead singer for what's his name?
Was it Journey?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy's good, huh?
Real good.
Yeah.
I forget the name of that band now.
Who's that? Journey you talking about?
Well, Journey. Now you get that kid that has that band that sounds like the guy from. We play it all the time here at the shop.
We play it here.
We play it here. You've actually requested to play it.
That kid, huh?
Young group. They're early 20s. They sound like they don't sound like Journey. They sound like Leonard. Is it Leonard Skinner? No. Oh my God, it's driving me crazy.
I play them all the time.
All the time, dude.
Let's see.
Greta Van Fleet.
Oh, that's Led Zeppelin.
I
saw those fucking guys live at the House of Blues last year.
Really?
Oh fuck. That kid can rip.
He sounds exactly like the lead singer.
Yes.
It's scary.
Yes, Greta Van Fleet. They are very comparable to Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Jimmy Page, Robert Plant.
Yeah.
Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw them last year at the house, and they sold the place out. They have a huge following.
Yeah, for sure.
Ton of energy.
Well, you know what it is? It's that type of music is coming back full circle, I think. As culture and things progress, I think the old becomes now the new. And we see that here in the shop.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, which I'll eventually make a video of how the shop's like laid out, but it's, you explain it best. It's 50s, 60s themed, old school, diner-ish style. Walls are wrapped, floors are wrapped, everything.
The place is... So the whole design around the shop was to, A, make people feel comfortable, B, understand the 1950s, which was the best generation in history.
Yep.
More changed in the last 10 years than it has in the last 300 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's face it, right?
Yeah.
With technology and the social age and all that. I don't think it's bullshit, but I'm a huge fan of fucking shaking someone's hand, looking them in the eye, and thanking them.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas time, we go around to our clients. We make sure, thank you very much. It's not a fucking, email newsletter type thing.
Right.
I go and I fucking thank you. From Thanksgiving to Christmas is 30 days or whatever it is, and I go around, I leave the shop, and I make sure I thank all our clients. Yeah. It's very important to me. I'll never stop doing that. There's never a day that I come in here that think this couldn't go away tomorrow. I fear it every day. And what we like to do with the feel here, okay, is have a trusting environment for our clients to come into that they like, right? There's candy in here.
Yeah.
There's music on. There's a feel of the 50s. That vibe, people really like that. It's attractive.
Right.
It's sexy. And we don't have to sell anything. We don't have to talk about what we do here. Our portfolio there's none of our portfolio here. We wrap 2,000 vehicles a year. You'd never know it unless you wanted to dive into the bowels of our portfolio, but you won't see that here. If you walk in the design lab, you'll see designs.
Right.
And there's probably, what do you think, a couple thousand designs on the wall on there?
At least.
Yeah.
They're all print cut designs of the vehicle with
all
the
the
wrap,
vehicles, right? And people look at, is this all the work you've done? Yeah. And fucking...
A year.
Yeah, 1 year, maybe. I mean, it's...
Right.
It's just, we like to give ideas of composition. I think the design lab's great to show people, kind of like the old t-shirt shop.
Right.
You could go up and look at everything, or the tattoo shop.
Right.
You don't have to pick number 5, but you can look at number 5 and see what you want, because everything is here, truly, it's custom,
Right.
When you come in, we're going to have a barber shop in here, and we're going to work on socializing the community and seeing what people do for a living. Because I think the barbershop feel and what we do here from a creative standpoint, it's effective, because when people sit in a chair and get a haircut, especially, as a kid nowadays, everyone likes getting a cut, nice tight cut, right? You sit in the chair, you're relaxing. You're thinking about life. You're hearing things.
Mm-hmm.
You might hear some kid next to you out of his fucking mind talking about something crazy. You're like, the guy is fucking whack, Some guy might be, bitching about his broad,
Yeah.
what I mean? He's fucking, some guy might be fucking whining about fucking lunch. You know what I'm saying?
Bad day at work.
Bad day at work. My clippers suck. You know what I mean? And then the point I'm making is you never know if you're sitting down with a guy that's got 10 million in his pocket or fucking under 10 million. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. You're at the barbershop. You're getting a fucking haircut.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's when you think about that, it's not like you're at the grocery store or you're getting a pair of fucking sneakers. You have to be in a relaxed state. You're at a barbershop. You're in the care and custody of somebody else working on your body.
Right.
And you feel good when you leave.
Right.
Wrap Solutions and the brand and what we have here, I want a barbershop in here because I want people to come in here to talk about themselves, their life. We can talk to them, meet them. If we can help them or network with them, they can help us. It's all part of that feel.
Right.
I think a gas station back in the day, bro, when they came out and fucking washed your windshield and changed your oil, and I don't know. I'd pay an extra $100 a month to have that somewhere.
Yeah, you don't see that anymore at all.
Man. It's gone.
It's the service part of it is gone.
That's what Wrap Solutions is. Clients ask us, hey, we're on the phone the other day with a client, and we had a Pantone matching issue where we had the colors swapped out on the printer, where we had CMYK values versus Pantone colors, and we had a spot color replacement on the proof. And we didn't have it on when we printed it. So the color was right when we printed it, but the proof wasn't. Client says, the proof and the color don't match. So what do we say? Whatever you want. There's not an argument.
Right.
The relationship in play in what you have in front of me right now is worth fucking gold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 in wraps. It's repairing whatever needs to be repaired, making the relationship even stronger because you're weaker.
Mm.
And you do the opposite. You give the client everything and anything, no matter what, and it will come back to you tenfold. It's hard to do.
Oh, not for a small company.
We had an issue. I'll tell you. We did a job 4 or 5 years ago. I signed a $1.2 million deal on a handshake with the president of Mr. Handyman.
Wow.
The deal said, the deal was, if you design it, we're going to put it out to a consumer research study. If you win the consumer research study, you get the job. We're going to give you, 800 vans.
Yeah.
You're going to rebrand our whole fleet throughout the United States. Took 2 years. Our design came back at a 98% success rating over any other design that they had.
Holy cow.
Now, we're competing with, I don't know if Signature Graphics is on it. We're low end. I don't know what. Some of the big wheels are in on the deal. I think Signature had the deal before we did.
Wow.
Now, I'm working out of my house at the time.
Right. Still.
This is when we're doing it.
This is over what? 6 years ago? 7
About
years
5-6 years ago.
Wow.
I call the guy up right before the rebrand. I had a friend of mine go to Michigan with the ex-vice president of operations over there.
Mm-hmm.
He gets me an opportunity, right?
That's all it takes, right?
Well, the guy leaves.
Huh.
The guy fucking left. There's a new vice president now.
Oh.
My guy's out. Call the guy up. I go, listen, I've been working on this, man. Ethically, I know you don't know me from fucking Adam, but you got to at least give me a chance. I've been working my balls off on this.
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. And the consumer research studies out there. He says to me, you have my word. His name's J.B. Sassano.
Wow.
He's an Italian. The guy fucking gets it, right?
Old school.
Old school. Flies out. We go to the North End.
Wow. Take him traditional.
Traditional. Break bread.
There you go.
Took the team out. He liked us. He said, you know something? He saw him. He knew I was working out of the house. He knew I had some accounts. He knew I was fucking solid with my word. And he knew if I was going to do this, I would be dedicated and loyal to him. So customer service was everything to him.
100%.
Because he needed to be he needed somebody he could trust.
Right.
And he was like,
about anything.
A rebrand for this franchise, there's two things. There's corporate and franchises. So they call them Zs. Okay. So the Zs are all the
grouped.
Are all the franchises around the United States. Rebrand the company. I start rolling out vans. We're pumping them out, kicking ass. We did 90 in 3 months.
Wow.
Everybody's happy. All takedowns, too. So they had old vans. We took down the old ones, and we put new ones up. Yep.
Wow.
Kicking ass. Everything's going smooth. Couple hiccups. Year 2 comes. I already have 250 vans on the road.
Wow.
I go to the annual summit out in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody walks up to me and says, my van's turning pink. The fuck, you gotta be shitting me. Van's turning pink. Sends me pictures. The fucking van's pink.
Wow.
I come back and I'm like, I'm out of business. I'm done.
Thinking the worst.
I got
Don't know
250
yet. It could have been a
I got a knot in my stomach.
one
I'm
or
sick.
two. Oh, yeah. I'd lose sleep over that.
Called the bank. Made sure I had my credit lined up. Took a loan from the bank. Made sure that I was going to be able to do this because Epson completely fucked me.
Yeah.
They had bad cartridges. I was working with broken promises because I thought I had the best printers in the fucking world.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're large format printers, right?
Right.
I mean, you're paying to fuel them.
Right.
We were spending $7,000 to $10,000 a month on ink. All right. I call Epson. They upgrade the machines with Orange Plus ink.
Mm-hmm.
And tell me, whatever, pound sand. At the same time, I have 3M laminate issues. The laminate's fucking delaminating.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to somebody else in the Chicago area. Same thing's happening to him. I guess there was an issue with the chemical 3M was using at the time where they couldn't source it, and they had to bring in another party to make up the chemical makeup of the laminate, whatever they were doing.
Yeah.
They outsourced it. So now I have fading vans and
discoloring.
I have fading pink vans now, right? Red vans that turn pink, right? My worst case scenario, and I have delaminating issues. Something to the tune of like, I don't know, probably $200,000 to $300,000. Took me 2.5 years to fix the problem. I honored my word. 3M came back with like a $10,000 fucking rebate through Fellas, which was absolutely dog shit. My rep was not to be named. Didn't take me serious. Didn't take Rap Solutions serious. Avery was at the door for the past couple of years saying, hey, can we get in? I was a 3M installer. I was one of the first guys to get certified in Massachusetts out here in 2010. And I'm basically holding my company in my hand, Epson dropping ink issues, 3M dropping lamination issues, the perfect storm happening, and I'm going the fuck out of business. And I have handyman orders coming in from Adrian Steele to the tune of $40 a month at the time.
Wow.
So I can't stop my production. I start the claim process and we build fade kits. And I'm replacing the fade kits. I'm holding on for dear life. I'm being honest with the client. I'm like, listen, this is on me. They think that I have this big claim with 3M and Epson, like they're feeding it like they're an insurance company.
Right.
Fucking
like you're
wrong.
going to get residual back later.
Right. So when anybody, in my experience, asks me now, what's my warranty? I say right in front of you. You see me?
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck if I use an Epson, a 3M, an Avery. You care about the deal you're doing with me.
Right.
Let's get serious, people.
Right.
This was real money.
It would put people out. What you did would put people out of business.
I called the president of Handyman. I said, I got your back. I'm not going to fuck you. I'm not going to I'm going to answer every one of these claims. I'm going to tell everybody the truth. This is my company. I have a lot of pride here, and I'm dipping in. I took a loan to fucking handle the claims. 2.5 years it took me. I ended up losing the account. There's no pretty story here.
Right.
I ended up losing the account to a group down in Texas. I ended up doing 600 vans over time. Was it a loss? No, it wasn't a loss. Could I have done anything different? No.
No.
I couldn't have. Do I expect to have good adhesion with vinyl and good ink to print with? Yes, that's what we do. Unfortunately, I had to live by pain and understand that the word sustainability was everything at the time, and it still is.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do on a daily basis, you could be king shit or the shit or a piece of shit. You have to sustain every single day and commit to every single day to know that if anything goes wrong, you got to fucking honor it.
Right. And you can't give some bullshit excuse and figure out a way. No, you just make it right.
unfortunately, I had to make it right for a lot of the same exact vans. It's not like I was doing one-off vans. It was the same fleet.
Right.
It was tough. It was tough to put a smile on. I was frustrated. I wanted my company to grow. It was growing, but the pain level that I had on me was
a lot.
It was scary. It was hard to go home happy and see my kids and realize that what I was doing was very dangerous. Yeah. I was basically wrapping double the amount of vehicles on my dime. How could you do that?
Right.
My God. So that type of thing, when you talk about warranty and your craftsmanship, or what's your word? I mean, integrity speaks, it's a story for the ages. I hope it never happens to anybody, it's a
tough pill to swallow, but at the same time, it's a lesson. It's learned. Never to make that mistake again. You took it as a positive.
Had to. I really did. I mean, we did a deal for, funny story that we did a deal for a company in New York City out of Enterprise. The guy says, hey, I'm in a pinch. Little security company. It was a $350 job. Mm-hmm. It was a Friday or something. Needed it fucking Monday to get done.
It's normal.
I'm talking a hood wrap and some cut vinyl on the doors.
Yeah.
Metro Security down in New York City. Enterprise called it in. That relationship turned into Peloton.
Which is probably one of your biggest clients right now, right?
Peloton, yeah.
Huge.
$300 job. That's the ups and downs of a good day and a bad day.
Yep.
Right?
For sure.
You get Peloton. Just, here you go. We have 500 trucks we're doing. You're doing all of them.
Imagine that.
Come into the shop. They trust the feel. They see the experience. They know I mean business. I'm not fucking around.
Right.
Looks pretty. It's going to look pretty. Job's going to be good. I'm all business.
Right.
I don't want to fucking hear you're the best. I don't want to hear you guys are awesome. I don't want to fucking hear any of that shit. I want to go out there. I want to work hard. I want everybody here to benefit from working hard. That's what this is about. The American dream. I mean it every day. Might be a pro athlete in here. They're all their business too. They work their balls off for a result. The result is to play a game they play. They get paid to do it.
Right.
They do a good job at it. They have to do meet and greets. They got to be nice to people. But when we're here, we're working hard. I mean, how many installs we put down together yesterday?
4.
And we did a van wrap, Chevy van wrap the other day. What are we doing? 3 hours together?
Yeah.
Don't say a word. Music's on. We're all business. We're just doing it.
That's it.
I think you looked at it and you're like, you fucking kidding me? We're starting this at 2 o'clock? I'm like, we'll be done at 5:30. Don't worry.
I laughed. I literally laughed.
I'm like, just put that side on.
Yeah.
I'll put this side on.
And you know what? It really comes down to, the team and how you profile it. I think a lot of people, when they start getting into the wrap, they think, oh, you got to do the 52-inch panels. Well, you're bullshitting 52-inch panels 4 or 5 times throughout the whole van. We print them vertically.
Yep.
Horizontally.
Yep.
Horizontally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seams are interesting conversation.
Oh my God.
How guys do, God bless anybody doing anything seamlessly. That's fucked up.
But, cowboying that shit.
God bless you. I don't want to work that fucking hard to risk something fucking breaking or popping. You know what I mean? I think I've done enough of it to know that I got to answer to somebody. From an installation standpoint, you can fucking cowboy it up all you want.
Right.
If you're working for a company, right? But from my standpoint, when I'm out there installing too, I'm jumping on fucking cars or trucks or whatever we're doing. I'm selling reflective to emergency vehicles. And when clients come in here and they see my bag on me, it's like, they know I'm engaged. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I love is when people walk in, new clients or whatnot, and they walk from the back or they're walking up front, and they see you working, and Avery will go out and grab you, and they think they would think the owner would be in his office.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, dude. You're fucking out in the shop sweating your balls off, too.
You got
Just like everybody else.
That's right. You got to lead by example, man. No one wants to see me fucking golfing every day.
Yeah.
That don't work. You don't have the everybody here is motivated and inspired to be successful. What is success? Feeling gratified about what you do.
Yeah.
Not enough people feel gratified about what they do, no matter how much money they make. It's all about gratification.
Right.
That's why all these people go to the gym, because they want to look good, because it's gratifying. And if they can control that, that's success.
Right.
You see? I see that everywhere. And when we do branding for companies, that word success always comes with the word gratification in my mind. That's what it is here. You do a good job because of what you see. Those are the results of what you see.
Right.
The designers are doing a good job because those are the results of what they see. And then when the paycheck comes in, we disperse it. Great. Do you really give a shit if you're going to make X amount of dollars more today, knowing that the company's doing well, knowing that you're taken care of, knowing that everybody else is doing well and prosperous here? You know it's coming because you are gratified. You like what you do every day.
I love it. It's not even like it's love, dude. It's not working a day in your life. It's just coming in and enjoying. It's not stressful. Like we've had numerous conversations. You'd even ask, "You stressed out today? You all right?" No, I'm good, man. Loving life right now.
Right on.
It's just the way that it is. And you know what? You ever see that meme of the old ancient guys where the boss is sitting on the rock and the guys are pushing the rock, but then it says me and the owner's like they're pushing the rock too?
Right on.
That's you.
Right on, dude. I appreciate that.
You're right. You're right with everybody, whether you're sitting with the designers and working with them or coming with me to give me a hand on something or, whatever. It's you're always doing something for the business. Always.
Gratification, man. We had Angie, who is married to Eldo.
Yes.
Last week. Probably the most gratifying thing I've done in business was giving her first paycheck with her Social Security on it.
Yeah.
To me, it was a dream. This was never even in my mindset to have this opportunity, first off. So I'm extremely grateful. I couldn't be thankful enough to have the people around me that will not let me fail now. Around me, it does get emotional for all we do here for each other. But to give her, she's from Brazil. She did everything the right way. Mm-hmm. She waited for her husband. Her husband got his citizenship under Wrap Solutions here. They're married. They're pregnant. Mm-hmm. Her Social Security number is now valid. She has one. I called it into the paychecks company, and I gave her first check, and she's living the American dream, no different than we are.
Right.
But again, gratification and success. It's that right there is far more important than any job we could ever get, because the jobs that we get are from the continuous motion of feeling good about what we're doing. Yeah. That energy is evolving around us all the time. It's spinning.
Right. Changing people's lives. 100%.
I don't know, man.
To some extent.
It was a moment handing her that paycheck. It was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
That you're doing this right now. That the team here is doing this right now, and she's having a baby and she's going to have the benefits that people have. And people ask all the time, I want a fucking job there. My brother.
Right. Coming
in. Coming. Maddie.
A couple more weeks.
We talk about experience.
Yeah.
You got to have it. You got to have the ability to feel accountable every day, meaning that was my fault. I fucked up and I'm willing to take the trash out. The trash bin's full. Does anybody need anything? Would you like a cup of coffee? How about a hug today? How about I love you?
Yeah.
How about how things going? You need anything? Those things don't happen anymore at fucking work. They happen here.
Yeah, every day.
The checkbook to our company belongs to everybody here. And that's how I feel. Somebody needs it, it's right there. Any fucking time. When you do that stuff, you expose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When you expose yourself, the reciprocation is an army.
Right.
Because you have, everyone's a fucking soldier.
Right.
When everyone's a fucking soldier, it's hard to break walls down.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's protecting the fucking fort. We got lots of people protecting the fort here.
Yeah.
I don't have any fucking buddy that fucking wants to fucking hurt anybody.
Right.
That's special.
Yeah.
You don't have anyone bitching and moaning here.
No.
Because if they bitch and moan, they weren't good enough.
Right. They break.
They didn't want to feel, they wanted to feel gratified way before they were willing to put the time in. They didn't want to enjoy the path. They just wanted to be on the platform, you know?
Yeah.
And just look at it and say,
Just walk up to the top.
ain't fucking happening here.
Yeah. Yeah.
These people here are fucking tough. They're resilient. These people here fucking come from Brazil, Eldo and his wife, and fight for the American dream and wait, and they're patient, and they work their fucking asses off for success.
Yeah.
That's gratifying.
For sure.
We have people here that have had babies and partners here that have worked their asses off. Fucking when I couldn't pay them. They've been by my side, whether I needed, you know, an install or a question or anything we need. I took a loan from one of the partners' fathers here. I did it on a handshake with me. He knew I was solid about it. His daughter's done well here. You know, gets to bring her dogs in every day too.
Yeah. Just great.
Avery's great up the front. Greeting people every day, putting a smile on, working her fucking ass off in production.
Yeah.
You and I are fucking all over it. We're two minds as one.
Yeah.
And that's scary when you have somebody like yourself willing to do whatever it takes to feel gratified.
I love it.
Right? Success comes with that.
Yeah.
I like what I'm doing and you like what you're doing. All of a sudden, the bond is chemistry that you just, when you have it, it's never going away. You know what I mean? It's
one in a million, to be honest. You don't find people that gel. It's like when you find your partner when you get married. You know, you're there for life.
Yep.
And I feel like you and I almost there
for sure.
For life. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things.
It's just an unspoken respect that it feels safe. And guys like, you know, Rob Miller out there in Arizona, fucking laid vision, the fucking kid. These people are fucking like brothers. You have that bond, you know what I mean? You can work together every day for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, never get aggravated.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck can say that? Never aggravated. Never.
Crazy.
It's good.
Yeah.
Two different personalities.
Right.
But arriving at the same
location.
Yep.
It's
result.
Right.
Both feeling gratified what we're doing, you know?
Huh?
We both like the barbershop too.
Love the barbershop.
Dude, I think that's going to be fucking cool.
It's, you know what it is I love being here so much that I can't even get out to go get a cut.
Dude.
So having the cut come here is amazing.
Your office is going to be a fucking barbershop.
It's going to be insane.
I think it's going to be cool, you know, and having the boys come in and fucking cutting people up. Who knows? Maybe we'll tint some windows where they're getting cut up, vacuum their car out, make them feel fucking good and be like, what the fuck was that?
Give them the service that they...
Yeah, I mean, everything but a tug, you know?
Yeah.
I have to see Bob Kraft. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that
shit.
fucking shit.
Oh, I thought we were over the Bob Kraft thing. Is that still like lingering around?
He's all right. Fucking guy. Give me a what
couple
I mean?
million.
Jesus
He'll be fine.
Fucking Christ.
We'll wash it out.
Some of these guys are fucking way above me and you, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
You fucking kidding me? Jesus Christ. I want to get fucking whacked off. Go get whacked off. You know what I mean?
That's what you like. That's what you like.
No shit.
Shit.
Hit the showers, Keithy.
Yeah.
Fucking, I got one of those fucking turnable heads there to make the fucking different mist. You know what I mean? Different.
You got to
broad,
get the one that pulls off, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that thing's the money.
It can't be stationary.
No, dude,
you got to be able to bring it down.
No, fuck no. God, I learned about soap when I was fucking 12. Fuck that. No good, man. Some of that new shit might be good though.
Hey, I don't know.
Holistic shit.
Keith, I heard it's head and shoulders, not hand and dick. All right.
Nice.
You got to keep that soap up on the real head.
I forget what comedian was saying. I'll probably fuck this up. I'm not that good at this shit. Fucking.
Oh, same here, dude.
Something about like the fucking. It was like the why are single women thin and married women a little heavier? It's because when a single woman comes home, comes home, looks in the fucking fridge, there's nothing in there. She's like, fuck it, I'm just going to bed, you know? And when the married woman comes home, she looks in her bed and she goes, fuck it, I'm just going to hit the fridge.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit.
Peek around the door. Fuck this.
Fuck this. Grab a little piece of cake or something. Oh.
It's only fucking him.
Right? Oh, my God.
Oh, just kidding.
Oh, dude.
Funny shit, though, right?
Well, it's unreal, dude. Unreal.
Yeah, man.
And I got to say, speaking of cake, we just celebrated your 10 years here, too.
10 years, man. It went by fast. Would I do it all over again? Fuck. Ask me in the next 10. Fucking gray hairs, man. Fucking like you read about now, you know what I mean? I wouldn't change anything. I think being trained by pain, I pride myself on it. Sometimes a little too much. I meet that guy like Conor McGregor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's a fighter. He's a boxer, you know what I mean? The guy's trained by pain. He's a fucking animal, you know what I mean? He's got good energy.
Yeah.
But he's a fighter, you know? Do you need to be that to be successful? Do you need to be me to be successful? No, but we are who we are. Right. You're not going to change that.
Right.
You know, I'm sure there's some calm, laid-back stockbroker guys out there that are fucking swimming in it and got whatever they want out of life, and they're probably like, Jesus Christ, Keith, you're a fucking pussy. You know, I'm like, well, this is the way I had to fucking do it. This was my path.
Right.
I didn't have fucking, khakis and fucking shoes and fucking nice shirts, and I got, what the fuck? When someone said to me when I got my first tattoo when I was 14, you know what I mean? Or 18, I'm sorry. Did I say 14? I think my father saw me on a fucking snow day. I had my fucking boxes on. I was probably fucking hitting the showers, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you got a fucking tattoo. You know you're going to regret that, right, Keith? I'm like, hey, Dad, I hope I never regret it. He goes, well, when you get old, you know what I mean? They look like shit, you know? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. To this day, I don't regret any fucking ink I've ever gotten.
Wow.
I love it. I think it's part of me. It was part of the path.
What was your first tattoo? What was
it was this fucking dog right here, this bulldog right here.
Right in your thigh.
Yeah, right in the thigh, you know what I mean?
Bulldog, what did that represent for you?
I don't know, I was like hockey player. I think it was number 12 off the wall.
There you go.
I picked it, you know what I mean? I'll take the fucking bulldog, you know?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, whatever.
Black outline, red collar.
Yeah, my family was from Georgia, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Georgia Bulldogs, I don't know.
See?
Fucking stupid.
Hey, it comes full circle.
Yeah.
It has some type of meaning.
It's just the path.
That's it.
It's the path you take. Some people think you're a fucking idiot. Some people think you're outspoken. Some people don't know what to think of you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't fucking matter. Whatever your path is to gratification is going to be your success. And that's the truth with anything. I don't give a fuck if you're Tom Brady, or not. Like, it's his path is he likes to play football and he wants to be conscientious of his body. And that's where he's successful. Not to mention he's a fucking talented football player.
Right.
Right? I'm sure he's a lot calmer about how he got to his path. Maybe internally, not so much. Right? It's all how you internalize things on that path.
Yeah. I think he knows, given that, he's going to play another few more years or something like that. He's got like a buffer for himself. He knows when he wants to be done.
Yeah. I mean, everybody gets to where they want to be, whether you're a doer or a worker bee or you want to run it.
Right.
It's how you want to interpret that. Like it's tough for me to really just say, you know, looking back on 10 years, like, holy fuck, like things, the only way I can chalk it up is saying stay positive, things evolve, work hard, be accountable. All those fucking things, those simple words, you got to really own it.
Right.
Because if you're not, you'll get fucking steamrolled.
Oh my God, yeah.
You will get fucking smoked. Everything will smoke you. I mean, your first insurance bill will fucking smoke you. You'll fear money coming in. You got to have cash. You got to you can't do it the way I did it. I went to barely fucking with the loan sharks, for Christ's sake, paying fucking high juice.
Right.
That's fucking high risk shit. But everybody got paid. Nobody got fucked.
Yeah.
Not one person. Never did a deal. Anyone got fucked. Not one. Nothing.
What's your favorite quote there? What we were looking at yesterday?
Always keep your mouth shut. Never rat on your friends. Huh?
Going back to old school, everybody got paid at the end of the day.
Everybody got fucking paid. I like Boston. They say, you know what? Boston was a fucking better city when it was run by the fucking, you know, the fucking good old boys. You know what I'm saying?
The good fellas.
Oh, the good fellas. Whether it was fucking Whitey and Salty, you know what I mean?
Poor bastard.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
All that shit. Now you've seen it all over the movies now. Boston's fucking on the map.
Yeah, a lot of movies, a lot of people bringing production here now, which is great. I just heard Adam Sandler's doing a new movie, some Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Down in Gloucester right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty fun, and it's nice to have all that stuff here at home. You know, Mark Wahlberg, too, bring movies back.
Yep. I'm glad Dunkin' Donuts went back to the paper cup. That fucking styrofoam shit, man. That was fucked up. I hated that shit.
Right?
I hated styrofoam, man. I don't know why they fucking do that in like sub shops too, because the fries get fucked up too. If you put it in a paper bag or something, like it may like keep it crunchier a little bit longer.
It gets a little soggy, dude.
I hate that shit, man.
Dude, you got to pull them out.
Yeah.
You got to pull them out.
The other thing too is I don't want to get fucking like eating the carbs at lunch. It gets fucking tired, you know? So now I'm like trying to find out any way we can. The Kind bars aren't bad.
Kind bars are great.
You know, the caffeine keeps you going. I got this Yeti. The fucking Yeti's interesting to me. You know what this thing is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got the Yeti.
Tumbler.
Oh my God, fucking tumbler. The thing goes from iced coffee. The thing's ice cold all fucking day, right?
Yeah.
And it's money, right? Well, until you fucking go from iced coffee to vodka fucking sodas. So every fucking day, I have my iced coffee going all day. The thing's money, right? I barely got to switch the ice cubes out.
Right.
It's like a coffee vodka soda. You know what I'm saying? So I dumped the fucking Yeti. The Yeti must think dude, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? I feel like Michael fucking Jackson. You know what I mean?
It's
like I'm up,
built.
I'm down. I'm up, I'm down. I'm up, I'm down. It's time to go to bed. Vodka sodas in the Yeti.
My God.
So the Yeti's just a fucking constant fucking
all day.
The thing's a fucking.
You're walking around like that thing, and I don't even know what's in it half the time.
Coffee till 6.
And
then I dump it. The thing's still money. It's nice and cold. Load it with ice, vodka sodas.
Yeah.
I'm money.
That's it.
God bless that fucking Yeti. I never had it's like a fucking turnstile. It's unreal, dude.
If anybody's in the market for a cold beverage keeper, look into the Yetis. They're a little expensive, but they're worth it.
Well, worth it. I use one cup all day.
All day. You're walking around that thing like it's the last one you're ever going to have for the rest of your life.
Fucking ice sits nice.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's just so weird. Like sometimes I sip it. I'm like, am I drinking coffee or fucking vodka right now?
Did I change it out from yesterday? Shit's still fucking cold. Jesus Christ. That first sip, you don't know. It's 50-50, right?
Well, I got to take my meds in the morning. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, fuck it. I'll just whack the Yeti's still cold. You know what I mean?
Just fucking pound it. Kiss.
Little weird sip. It's like a weird sip. It's like a sniff and you're like,
maybe.
Fuck it.
Right. Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck it is right. Oh, my God.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's the way we roll here.
That's right, my brother.
That's the way we roll.
Yup.
Unreal. All right. We're going to wrap this bitch up because we got to get to work.
Yeah, bro.
We got a couple of cars to wrap today.
Yep.
A couple emails to attend to.
Yeah.
It's our last day for this week. Short week.
Yeah.
For the holiday weekend.
Everyone a couple days off, right?
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you having me on. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. I hope the results are gratifying for you. It was gratifying for me to do this. And a result of that, we're going to have success together. Look forward to talking about this stuff with you. I think what you're doing for the industry is fucking awesome. And I hope you take it to the next level. I know you're one of the only guys in the world doing this right now.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah, I love it.
You got a bunch of people listening in and all that.
Yeah.
Someday we'll have some callers calling. How fucking cool would that be?
Oh,
huh?
Unreal.
That's fucking cool.
Unreal.
Everybody can just shit on all their clients and all their fucking fucked up shit that goes on in their shop all day long. Fucking awesome.
We'll leave the phone open for all those.
Yeah, I think we got to do that.
Oh, for sure.
And anybody welcome to come up to Rap Solutions in Boston. We're in Woburn, Massachusetts. You're always welcome to come up, grab some swag. Come in if you guys want to throw down for a day, just to represent your shop or where you're from. You're always welcomed here. Industry standard with a fucking mad fist pump to everybody out there.
Awesome, dude. Well, let everybody know where they can find us. I mean, we're starting slowly building up our social media presence and everything like that. Let everybody know where they can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah,
it's Rap Solutions. It's simple. And like I said, I'm not a huge technology guy. I do my best on the Instagram. Fucking sucks, but we'll keep we'll keep
going.
at it.
I'll be on you on that. I'll be on you on that.
That's what I need you for, bro.
Oh, unreal. All right. Well, dude, thank you for being the 100th episode. Again, sure. I can't, honestly, I can't even put into words what this means to me for the 100th, what it means to me to be here working with you and giving me the opportunity to come back to this great industry that, I put my heart, sweat, and tears into this, and to give me the opportunity to come back and kind of put my skills back into something that, I put so much into. It's just, it's totally a blessing, dude, to be here working with you again.
Great, man. I look forward to working with you as well. I appreciate everything you've done, and your skills will be put to work because the test is here. It's here. All the industry tricks, all the standards, everything that we're working on daily to be better is a reason why you're here, and it's going to result in our success.
For sure.
Thanks, man.
Awesome. Love you, buddy.
All right. Love you, bro.
What's up, folks? Hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Thank you to everyone that tuned in, and thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to IBOW Training, offering a variety of training options such as training at your shop, group training classes nationwide, and even private design print profile training through remote login. Learn more about IBOW at ibowtraining.com. Thank you also to We Print Wraps, the industry's #1 source for wholesale printed wraps, offering free nationwide shipping across the U.S. and Canada on all orders over $500. And don't forget, exclusive listeners of this podcast save 5% on your next order when you use promo code ALLWRAPPEDUP at checkout. See why industry pros love them and visit WePrintWraps.com. Till next time, folks, that's a wrap.